The road into the city of Jericho was crowded that day. Dust rose from the ground as travelers moved along the path. Merchants shouted in the distance, and people gathered everywhere because word had spread that Jesus of Nazareth was passing through. Along that same road sat a blind beggar named Bartimaeus. Every day he sat in the same place, listening to the footsteps of strangers and hoping someone might drop a coin into his hands. The world for him was darkness, but his ears had become sharp. He could hear the movement of crowds long before they arrived. That day, the sound was different. More people than usual were walking by, voices whispering with excitement. Bartimaeus turned his head toward the noise and asked someone nearby, "What's happening?" They answered, "Jesus of Nazareth is passing by." The moment Bartimaeus heard that name, something stirred deep inside him. Stories had reached even his ears. Stories of the sick being healed, the lame walking, and miracles that no one could explain. This was his chance. From the side of the road, he shouted with everything inside him, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." Some people in the crowd were annoyed. They told him to be quiet. After all, he was just a beggar interrupting an important moment. But Bartimaeus refused to stay silent. He shouted even louder, "Son of David, have mercy on me." Suddenly, the crowd grew quiet. Jesus had stopped walking. He turned and said something simple but powerful. "Call him." The same people who had just tried to silence Bartimaeus now hurried to him. "Take heart," they told him. "Get up, he's calling you." Bartimaeus didn't hesitate. He threw aside his cloak, the only thing he owned, and stumbled forward through the crowd until he stood before Jesus. Jesus looked at him and asked a question that seemed obvious. "What do you want me to do for you?" Bartimaeus answered with hope, trembling in his voice, "Rabbi, I want to see." Jesus looked at him with compassion and said, "Go, your faith has healed you." In that instant, the darkness that had filled Bartimaeus' world for his entire life disappeared. Light rushed into his eyes. Colors, shapes, faces. Everything appeared before him for the first time. And the very first thing he saw was Jesus. Overwhelmed, Bartimaeus didn't return to the roadside. Instead, he began following Jesus down the road, no longer a blind beggar, but a man whose life had been completely changed.